We're walking the bayou today. Just a little skull. Got some little nubs. Hopefully we'll find some more. Been walking for a while, only just found that one skull, and now we walked up on this deadhead. Not a bad, probably 2.5-year-old 8-pointer with a broken G3. Bust him loose and take him home, clean him up. We guess this buck had probably been killed during either the gun season or a little earlier in November. On a short walk before dark tonight. Hopefully we'll get back to you with some sheds a little later. Otherwise, see you next time. Out for another walk this afternoon. Today is Friday the 13th, but still hoping for some walk to find some sheds. Maybe we'll get back to you. Been walking for a while through some really thick cedars, and finally just found the first one. It's got moss on the base, as you can see, so could have been earlier from last year. Oh, yep, froze in. Little 4-point side. Pretty nice. See a little bit of moss on the base. Hopefully we'll find another one. Maybe we'll find the other side. So we've been walking for only like 10 minutes, and we're just right next to a big swamp, and just came over from a trail just behind us. I looked down and I saw this beam on this one, and I came up and I looked over it and I saw this other one. So this is my first set that I've ever found. They might be frozen in. They look like they're a year or two old, but let's pick them up. Oh, they're frozen in. Oh, there's one. Oh, not a bad one. Get the other side. Oh, it's got a crab claw. Nice 9-pointer. Been down a year or two, but still a pretty cool find. Hopefully we'll find some more. I'll get back to you. This is the stuff we've been walking in today. Cedar islands on between puddles of water and a bunch of muck in this huge marsh. Found that set so far, and hopefully we'll find some more and get back to you guys. Some cedars. Just found my second skull of the year. Little doe skull. These next 3 sheds we picked up off camera, but I'll show you more in depth afterwards. This antler is from this year, but was in an area where quite a few squirrels were, so it got quite chewed up. This cool curled brow tine, though, makes it pretty interesting, as well as these little bumps where there might have been points along the main beam. Could just be a goofy 2-point side from probably a 1.5 or 2-year-old deer. Moving on to this next shed. This one, you can only see about this much above the snow, so it looked like he could have been only a short fork horn. But we know exactly which deer this is from, and that we think the deer might have had an injury at the base that caused this antler to be so weird. The other side we also found last year, and it is a completely normal 4-point side. Moving on to this final shed, which was only found about 15 minutes after this shed. It is a fresh from this year 4-point side from probably 1.5 or 2-year-old deer. But still pretty cool with the long brow tine. And these fresh brown sheds are always cool to find. So a great start to our shed season, although we hope to find many more.